Hello. So I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily keep up with this. I kind of thought about it when I was walking back from the park, and I thought, do you know what? Fuck it, it might be nice. I'm also not sure 100% if I'm gonna do this as like a weekly upload or if I'm just gonna compile it. I think actually weekly upload might be nice. I can just sort of like pop in, say hi every week, talk about whatever, but also keep you updated on this. So I'm shit at intros. It's because, so I've just got back from my first, exercise in, I think the last time I ran was running for a train in December. I suppose moving house is a lot of exercise with the lifting and everything, but it's not really running. Also, I haven't shaved all my head again. I've just kind of covered my hair up. Jesus. So, last year I shot a video where I shaved my head and I talked about the fact that I was signing up for a 10k for charity, for Calm, along with some of my colleagues, and also in memory of one of our colleagues who sadly passed away a few years back. And unfortunately, because of COVID and lockdown and all of that kind of thing, it never went ahead fully. And I think I wasn't super comfortable with the idea of running in public. Dumb as that sounds, signing up for a 10k that's going to be in public, but it wasn't something I was very comfortable with. I've never really been super into fitness. Like, I enjoyed PE and like athletics, and I enjoyed the challenge of running in school, but very quickly got out of the habit of it. Did a little bit of cycling here and there, but I mean, at some point in this I may show you what my bike looks like now. It's not in a good condition. I can't remember the last time it was even pumped up, and it's incredibly rusty. So safe to say I've not done exercise in a long time. And obviously a lot of the like not being comfortable running in front of it, like it comes from like, I suppose a level of insecurity, low self-esteem kind of thing, in terms of, I know I'm not super fit, I know I'm not super athletic, I know that, if I go for a run, I'm going to be out of breath, I'm going to get all I'm gonna, look like shit. And, I'm not gonna be the quickest, I'm not gonna be the most consistent or anything like that. And that paired with the fact that we went into lockdown again, it was a very easy excuse to then not exercise, to not push myself. And I'd signed up to the gym and I'd been looking forward to, okay, well, at least in that instance, I'm going to a specific place at a specific time, often with people that I get on with anyway, to go and do exactly that. Everyone around me is also, exercising, etc. So I guess it's more of a thing rather than just sort of going out into the street and, passers-by or whatever can laugh. And I know a lot of that is a mental battle more than a physical battle, but it wasn't one that I really took up last year. It was something that instead I was like, fuck it, we're in lockdown. I have an excuse to just sit inside all day. And don't get me wrong, I've talked on the channel before about the fact that, I did still devote a lot of time to stuff that I was passionate about. I made a few videos and I spent a lot of time working on music, which is something that I was really passionate about and had previously been avoiding. So I suppose where last year there was a lot of focus on music, this year there's perhaps a bit more focus on fitness. Maybe. I'm not making any promises right now, but while some of the people who were involved, some of my colleagues and people who'd signed up for the 10k run still did like a virtual 10k where they were and just ran through their area rather than all getting together and doing it as the event, I obviously hadn't really trained, and 10k is quite a lot. It's quite a few steps, that. So it wasn't really something I was up to at the time. So last month, Calm, the charity that we're doing it for, Campaign Against Living Miserably, and also ASICS, the people who run it, sent out some emails to do with, you registered last year, we're hoping to run it this year, do you want to re-register? And if I'm honest, I sat on it for a little bit. I sat on it for I think about a week, because I was like, I want to, but it's hard. It's a pretty hard bargain, that one. Sorry, I can see that my battery is dying on my camera, which is really sad because I like rambling. But I spoke to one of my colleagues who did it in 2019 and we were talking about it a bit, and I decided to sign up. So yeah, due to the first sort of like group session where everyone's going to be running is tomorrow after work, because I'm filming this on Sunday, but I've got other things on. I've got a singing lesson and I've got D&D as well, so yes, technically I could move them, but D&D's a one-off on that night because other people are busy. We usually do it on Tuesdays, and my singing lessons I will chat to Nick tomorrow about possibly moving it to another day in the week. But because I'm busy when everyone's going to be doing it tomorrow, I got mine done this morning, like 9 a.m, which, if you know me, doesn't sound like me. It was chilly, I ache a lot, I'm very at the moment. But it's step one, you know. It's there's like 14 weeks, 3 times a week of sessions to do. But yeah, I've got step one done. I'm feeling good about it. I would have probably spoken a bit more, but as I said, my battery's running out. So I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't cut out mid-sentence or something. But it was something I wanted to do back in 2019 when my colleagues did do it. But that little voice was like, you haven't done exercise in ages. You can't run a 10K. And I listened to it. Which was stupid because yes, I can't run a 10K now, but had I signed up in March, April time and put in the effort, then I could have run a 10K in that July. And you know, I was sat there seeing people posting about it on like Instagram or Facebook and, you know, being so proud of themselves, and I was proud of them for doing it, but I wished that I had have signed up as well, and I very much regretted not doing it. So yeah, not planning. I've toyed with the idea of shaving my head again. I'm not planning that, but yeah, we will see how this goes. I'll probably film 2 more of these on Wednesday and Friday this week, and then post it at the weekend and make it into like a weekly upload. Sometimes I'll chat about, you know, the 10K itself and some of the other, how I'm feeling mentally, physically, all of that, but also just sort of check in and chat about stuff as well, because I think that'd be nice. And yeah, I suppose it then means I can go through the process from dying after a 20-minute run as I am currently to, you know, being able to run a 10K and being proud of that. And then, you know, if there's people watching this who haven't exercised in years, you have no excuse. No, I'm kidding. I understand not everyone's gonna wanna run a 10K, but it'll also be nice for me to look back on as well. It might not always be directly after a run, it depends how awful I'm feeling, but yeah, I'll try and check in a couple times a week about this, edit it all at the weekend, and then post it. So yeah, I will see you on Wednesday. Take it away, Wednesday Stephen. Thank you very much, Sunday Stephen. I'm here on Wednesday now. It's currently 1 PM and I'll be doing it after work, so I finish at 5:30, so a few hours. After the run the other day, obviously on Sunday I was pretty tired physically, but generally pretty alright. But then yeah, through the last couple days, you know, I've had various aches and pains. I had aches in sort of my lower back, my hips, and obviously, you know, my leg muscles. Most of that has now faded. I have a bit of an ache in my back, but to be fair, I have a bit of an ache in my back most of the time. It could be as much at this point about sleeping slightly awkwardly as it was about the other day. My hamstrings still feel a little tight, which is mainly because I didn't really do much in the way of stretching. But I didn't really do much, I mean didn't really do any, so you know, lesson learned the hard way there. But yeah, generally not been too bad. I also actually weirdly on Monday I had a thing where like if I breathed really deeply I could feel it in like, you know, my chest and my ribs a bit, which was fun. I'm just really exposing how fucking unhealthy I am at this point, but hey, it's honesty that's kind of the point. In terms of some other stuff, because I sort of said on Monday's sort of part that, you know, some of it would be talking about the 10K specifically and some stuff would be more general. I know obviously in my last video, the mcvloglin awards, when I did the like bit towards the end where I dropped in, I talked about, you know, I wouldn't really be working on anything till I had updated my laptop, or rather replaced my laptop. And yeah, that's still the plan in terms of, you know, big things. I think with something like this, it's going to be pretty light on editing. It's mainly just going to be cutting together me talking, and I'm realising I'm gonna ruin so many of the cuts by just reaching out to my bed frame and going whee, because I'm gonna make it so much harder to edit in a nice way, and just I can't be trusted on a swivel chair, right, just constantly. Anyway, yeah, so big project wise in terms of large scale video or music stuff, it is gonna wait really till I've replaced my laptop, which I'm currently chatting to my dad about. My dad's a lot more clued up on like computer stuff. I was looking at the specs for stuff like Ableton in terms of what I would need to upgrade my computer or laptop to run the latest versions, and I was like, I don't even know what all of these words mean. So, requesting some expert support with that. But yeah, he's been having a look at some stuff. But yeah, so that's hopefully going to be sorted fairly soon. And then I can start working on bits. In the meantime, this will probably be the only stuff that I'm really working on in terms of uploading to the channel. I've been planning to work on some brand new music, well, I say brand new, some of it's stuff that I wrote years ago, but making it and working more with like guitar and more like of a pop punk kind of style. For instance, when I was talking about working on stuff that I'd perhaps been avoiding, that's kind of what I was getting at in the video where I talked about the fact I was moving, the like a little chat on my lunch break video where I'm in the pink shirt where I kind of look naked, which is still stuff that I ultimately do want to work on at some point. But I was thinking about Drag Yourself Forwards recently, the EP from last year that I never really finished. I was listening to some of it last night, and I love those songs. I hate the fact that I was never able to, finish them and get them to a point that I was happy enough to release them, but I love those songs, and I'm really getting the itch to kind of go back to them and hopefully finish them off and be able to release them, because that's what I want my first EP to be.
From man to my front room, I'm just the front man to my
So once I get, obviously I'm gonna keep doing these videos as I go on my way towards 10k. Then once I upgrade my computer, I will be working on some other videos as well, which will be hopefully cool. I'll be doing this and also then working on Drag Yourself Forwards and finishing that. So that's currently my plan. It may change, who knows, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. So yeah, I might record a little bit when I get back to the run later. I think I'm probably gonna have to take it a bit easier today because I think I sort of cowboyed in and went a bit more intense than I perhaps needed to, certainly on that first run with the lack of stretching and also the intensity that I was going for. I think I was running more than jogging running, which realistically for a 10k, I'm not gonna be trying to sprint it because, as I so eloquently put it on Sunday, it's a lot of steps. So yeah, I think I need to sort of rein it in a little bit today for the sake of my hamstrings and to get more accurate preparation for what the run is really going to be like. But yeah, I will catch you at some point, but this won't be the end of the video. Or it will, and it'll be really, really awkward. Catch you in a bit. Hello, so I'm coming to you a couple hours after the last clip. I went a little bit after 6 PM. I don't know exactly what time. Oh, I can probably check actually, hang on. Well, I can check what time I got to the end of the road because that's when I started it on the app. Oh god, I need a haircut, fucking hell, look at this. Actually, I'm not even gonna cut the top, so I don't know why I'm saying that. I want to be able to tie it up again, but, oh jeez. Alright, history. Why are there ads in the middle of a fucking running app? Just tell me what time I started. Oh, 6:04. So yeah, I left just after 6 o'clock. It's now 7. So the exercise, including the warm-up walk and cool-down walk, is half an hour in total. So it's a warm-up walk of 5 minutes. Then it's alternating jogging and walking, a minute and a half for 20, and then a 5-minute walk. Cool down as well. It's the second time I've done that. It's the same as the other day. So the first, I think it's like the week is the same 3 times and then it ups it, and then it's the same 3 times and it ups it. So that's this week's one. I feel obviously tired, but mostly pretty good. But to be fair, even today, my calves, particularly my left calf, was still very sore. Walking was fine, but if I like jogged on the spot, I could feel that it was sore. I like winced a little bit, like even if I was just jogging on the spot in the flat still. So yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier on anyway, but yeah, I took some ibuprofen a little bit before going out, and I mentioned about my calves to the guy who's organising it, and he sent me a dedicated like 3-4 minute video going through a few exercises specifically for calves and hamstrings, because he finds that, you know, he often gets a bit sore or quite tight in those areas. So that was really helpful. Really, really good. The guy who's running it is really good, both for obviously the physical side of stuff like that, but also for, you know, the emotional side, the confidence. The other thing I forgot, really important, really dumb, I can't believe I forgot it, was on the first run, like the fucking highlight of the run I didn't talk about on the video. During one of the bits when I was walking, there was this woman who had a black Labrador, I think. It looked like a black Labrador, but I didn't, you know, spend ages sort of. Anyway, it like came trotting over and let me scratch its head, and that was amazing. That was the fucking highlight of the entire thing, and I didn't mention it the other day. I don't know if the owner was saying anything to me. I obviously had headphones in and was blaring music to get me through it and, you know, block out the rest of the world, because I don't know, I guess if I can hear people around, A, if they do make any comments, I'll be able to hear them, and B, just by virtue of hearing them, I'm gonna be like, oh no, they're looking at me, they're talking about me, whatever. So yeah, but no, I got to see a dog, which was lovely, and it had its tennis ball in its mouth, but it just let me scratch its head and then went off on its merry way. I mentioned the fact that I have headphones in, blaring music. I made a playlist, obviously, for it. I already had a playlist of like workout songs from when I was doing some home workout stuff and signed up for the gym last year before COVID hit. But some of that was then like for when I was on machines or when I was like lifting weights or whatever. I know, big man Steven over here, but I made a fresh one specifically for the sort of running app. And yeah, it's called Gonna Run a 10K this summer or Cry Trying. I figured Die Trying would be a little bit too morbid, but cry trying, because, you know, I am gonna make it, but I may cry along the way. So yeah, I'll leave the link to that in the description of this video. It's on Spotify, so if anyone's interested, it's got a range of music. For example, you've got Limp Bizkit, Stormzy, Kendrick, Dave, Jack Harlow, Rome, Waterparks, Neck Deep, Waster, Yumi at 6, like there's a variety on there. It's also got Seth Rollins' WWE theme, because why not? And also the first song in the list is called Forever Grooving by Castle Hill, which was actually made by our old colleague Damon, who we are running in memory of. I mentioned in the Sunday bit. So yeah, that's actually a song that he made. It gets me hyped up. I listened to that when I was walking around from my flat to the park to, you know, really get in the zone. So yeah, if people want to check that out, if anyone is doing any running, then, you know, I can't guarantee it will help, but it helps me get in the zone. I suppose the only other thing with today is as well, I downloaded, we're working on a Couch to 10K app as a group, but I also downloaded another app that's just Run Tracker, because the Couch 10K app that we're using, you have to pay for the pro version for your actual stats from the runs. So I just downloaded a Run Tracker app so I can see how far I'm going, because it's all well and good sort of saying, you know, you do a 20-minute session of alternating jogging and walking, but that doesn't really tell me how far through a 10K I'm getting in that session. It was a little bit over 30 minutes because it included some of the walk before and after I'd set the Couch 10K app going. But during that time, I traveled 3.6K, which obviously is just over a third of what the total will be, but that total is still 3 months away. So given that, you know, I'm going to be doing this, you know, 3 times a week for the next 13 weeks, that helped build a little bit of confidence. When I was signing up, it asked for an estimate of your running time, and I put an hour and a half, and I was like, I'm not even, you know, that's like an aim, that's oh, I'll do really well if I can do it that quickly. And so turning around and being able to do just over a third of it in 30 minutes, at this point, it's filled me with a bit of confidence. It's given me a bit of a push, which is nice. So I don't have the stats for the other day because I forgot to switch it on, but what I might do is in the description of each of these videos, I'll put each run, the time and the distance that I do, just so again we can see how that develops. That'd be quite cool. I am gonna leave it there for now because, well, I filmed another 13 minutes, so I think I'm at like 25-30 minutes for this video already, and it's supposed to be low editing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna take my sweaty clothes off because, yeah, I ran in a Bring Me the Horizon t-shirt. Rather than, I do have a couple of like sports or workout shirts, but they're like a different shade of black, and as stupid as it sounds, like I didn't want clashing blacks because the shorts and the tights, oh, I could feel my calves then, jeez. The shorts and the tights that I wear are both also black, and so anyway, I'm gonna have a very hot shower and then I'll make myself some lovely fajitas, and then probably, I was about to say probably sleep. Actually, I'm probably going to start editing some of Sunday's footage because I don't want to leave it all till the weekend because otherwise there's going to be loads and I'm like, bleh. So yeah, I will catch you in a couple of days. Hello, we're back. Yeah, the lighting isn't great, but still better than the McLaughlin Awards lighting, so fuck it. How is it going? You've not seen the rest of the clips, so it's kind of weird for me to be all like, oh, how's it going? Because you've just watched Wednesday, but so I just got back from run number 3, Friday run. That's week 1 done. Week 1 done, so that's good. It also means the next time I go out, it's going to be tougher because, you know, every week it builds, but it's good. It's good. Originally I had my hair like forwards-ish, and then I was like, within a bit it was going all over the place. I was like, tonight's one was tough. It was tougher than Wednesday, weirdly, which is like, pain-wise, it was better. Like on Wednesday my calves were sore heading into it and they hurt every step. Today I could feel them some of the time. They're still, you know, getting used to the whole running thing, but yeah, no, I felt, I don't know if it's just I had more water still or more stuff still in my stomach that hadn't, you know, gone through yet, or my body just felt a bit different, but you know, it felt like there was more gut. Like even when I put on my, can I even stretch this one? When I put on my tights, like they felt tighter around my waist, and yeah, with the running, it felt there was more weight sort of going up and down in the stomach area, so I can't have put on that much weight in the last 2 days, so it's got to just be, you know, my water levels or whatever, but it was tougher. I felt out of breath and tired easier. I went like an hour later than I did on Wednesday because I was on the phone chatting to one of my colleagues. We had a pay run that was going a bit late, so yeah, I was a little bit late, but the weather was still nice, which is always good. No dog today, sadly, but that is what it is, I guess. Including the walking to and from the park and the whole exercise, I travelled 4.43 kilometres in 39 minutes. It's positive, it's consistency, it's, you know, I was able to do just under half of the total of what I'm going to do in the summer in 40 minutes. So by extrapolating, I'm still on for about an hour and a half as I am now, which is good, especially given that I didn't feel as good like physically while I was running today. I felt like I was slower, I felt like it was more of a slog. So to still be on a fairly consistent time and still be, you know, at approximately an hour and a half for 10k, the fact that, yes, I know technically I didn't do a full 10k, so, you know, I might get slower as it goes, you can't extrapolate and assume it's going to be consistent, but that's roughly where I'm at the moment, which is a pretty good foundation with 13 weeks ahead of training. So in total I've done 8.04 kilometers in about an hour and 20 minutes, which again is, you know, it's across Wednesday and today's sessions. Monday I didn't switch on the other app because I forgot, so I don't have stats for that, but I've done comfortably over 10k this week across an hour and 40 minutes. So, you know, I know it's 3 separate sessions where I've had time to rest and recover in between and all the rest of it, but ultimately it's looking good. It's a good start, so yeah. I think this is hopefully going to be a really cool thing. I'm feeling good about the run, but I'm also feeling good about bringing this into it. If you've not watched any of my content before and you've made it to the end of this video, then thanks. Hi, welcome to my channel. This is something that I've done on and off for the last few years. Some of the videos may be to your taste, some of them may not be. If you're someone from work, then hi. This is a bit different, but you know, this is something that I have done in my spare time over the past, like, Jesus, it's got to be like 4 years at this point. It must have been 4 years in February, holy fuck. Anyway, I'm a slight existential crisis about the fact that I'm getting older side. The plan is I'll be doing this for the next 13 weeks, just a weekly vlog. Obviously I'm doing this for me, but I'm also doing it for content. So, yeah, if there's anything in particular that you want to see, any questions you have, just let me know, and it's stuff I can incorporate. And yeah, I have a feeling this video is going to be like 20-25 minutes. They probably won't all be. They'll maybe be like more like 10 to 15 usually, I think. I'm just rambling a lot, and obviously had to like introduce the whole concept as well and recaps and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I literally only thought about vlogging this at all when I was walking back from the first run. And even then I was thinking, oh, maybe like I'll record a few bits here and there and then compile it at the end once it's done. And then when I was actually recording on Sunday last week was when I was like, actually, yeah, I could do it as a weekly upload. And you can kind of see in the clip that, you know, the penny kind of drops and I go, actually, yeah, fuck, that's a good idea, I'll do that. It'll motivate me to upload a bit more. It's good to be chatting to a camera. I say this all the fucking time, but I do miss it when I'm not doing it. Have a good weekend and have a good week ahead, because I suppose while I'll be recording in the meantime you won't see me, so take care of yourselves, have a good one, and yeah, I will catch you next weekend for week 2's recap on the road to 10k. Bye for now.